let's get into our next topic. We're gonna predict our all stars. We got our first ballot out recently where it showed top 10 vote getters, including Klay Thompson and Andrew Wiggins and Kyrie Irving. So, fan voting is a sham and a scam. But we're more than fans. Me and Dalton, we're analysts. Is the key word in the anal part of it. All stars, however, we are great at predicting that. And this year, I want to know who you got, man. On the West side, who do you got?
On the West. I think my East is pretty standard to what most people think, but West. So West, I have Curry, and I had to throw some love to this underrated star. He should be the starter. Year after year, he takes his team to the top three, top four of the standings. He has all the stats to do it. 25. He has no number two. That's Donovan Mitchell. This guy is putting in so much work, and he's deserving of a starting all-star role. He's my second guard. Then I have James, Paul George, who's playing out of his mind, dragging this Clippers team to relevancy, and Jokic, obviously.
Very nice, very nice. I have Nikola Jokic, of course, the king himself, LeBron James. I
Yep.
also have Donovan Mitchell in there. Obviously deserves it. Utah Jazz are once again one of the top teams in the entire league. So he totally deserves that recognition. He's a bona fide star. Steph Curry, I put him in there.
Gotta.
And Karl Anthony Towns, baby.
You have Towns.
He's got to make it and maybe a superstar of his own. He hasn't been rebounding as much this year, but the 3-point shooting is elite, the best we've ever seen for a center, and the defense is very solid. And he's Karl Anthony Towns, everybody.
I hope he becomes a starter. I don't think he will. I don't think he can get it over guys like Paul George, and there's one other one that's Luka's a guard, I guess. Gobert could get it too. Yeah, Gobert is deserving of it, but we'll see. I mean, I doubt it. Who do you have for the East?
For the East, I have Giannis and Antetokounmpo, Kevin Durant.
Yeah,
DeMar DeRozan. So that one's maybe, a little rare, but God, what a great season for him. He deserves some love.
He's
tops. Yeah.
I don't think that's rare. I think by far he's the best guard in the East right now, playing the way he plays. And with the team success he has, I think he's a shoo-in first all-star starter.
Love it. Joel Embiid is a lock.
Yeah.
And then I got Trae Young.
Trae Young.
Yeah, so those are my guys.
Yeah, Trae Young is playing really well. It's just the success of his team. I think I have James Harden. I mean, he's struggled a little with some efficiency, but he's still doing James Harden things. Guys, playmaking, he's doing everything he can. He's back to form. I think he's probably going to be the guard next to DeRozan.
I mean, he's like 23, 8, and 10 right now. He's fucking dominating.
I'm not going to complain about Trae Young. I mean, Trae Young could easily fit in there, and that would be fine. It's just his record is against him. So
yeah, I mean, he's got over 28 points per game. His usage rate is insane, and even with the adjusted foul rules this year, he's still dominating. So, great job. Kudos to him.
Ice Trae. But that's nice.
Who is the rest of your guys?
My guys. It was the same.
The rest of your East.
It was all the same. I got DeRozan, and then I got Giannis, KD, and Embiid, which I don't think anybody else will think. If you think that's not Giannis, KD, and Embiid, you're kind of crazy. It's kind of that.
Yeah.
So it's pretty sure.
Yeah, I mean, really, the absolute locks were Giannis, KD, Embiid, Curry, LeBron, and Jokic.
Yeah.
Outside of that, you could have some debate. I also feel at this point in time, Mitchell and DeMar DeRozan are locks as well. But
I see people putting Luka in before Mitchell. I think Luka would realistic. If I had to say who would get it, I'd say Luka.
Yeah, I mean, Luka is great, obviously, but I feel like he's going to get plenty of all-star starter nods throughout his career. Donovan Mitchell deserves the nod for having this team at the top of the West again. So
Devin Booker too, or Chris Paul. Devin Booker or Chris Paul could fit it. He could be an all-star
Devin
starter.
Booker for sure. I think Chris Paul's numbers just aren't there. Like
He's an
I
all-star
know
last year.
there's a lot more to him than the numbers, but
Mhm.
I'd be fine with him making this year, making the team. I just don't think he should be a starter.
Yeah, our next video next week. We'll put in all of our bench, our all-star bench, who deserves to be where. I think we'll throw that out too. That'll be a good debate. We'll see. That's where Cat will show up on my list.
Yeah,
I love the guy. Maybe two Timberwolves. We'll see. Or maybe he's not even my Timberwolf that makes it.
Jared Vanderbilt.
Jared, the best offensive rebounder in the league.
Man, that guy is fucking unreal. I tell you what, man.
Effort player.
He will get rebounds with 1 foot on the baseline, grabbing it out of bounds with one hand. Like the dude is unreal. The effort, like he goes past people when everyone else gave up on the play, and like it's changing games for us.
Yeah, he's fighting for that offensive. That off season because nobody tossed money at him aside from the Wolves. So he's like, I got to make some more money. I got to do something.
This is gonna become it's gonna become a really feel good story as he logs like lots of games as a great solid player, and then eventually on his next contract he gets big bucks. Like he's a multi-million-dollar man already, so he's made it in life, but he continues to ascend, and this is a guy who deserves all his flowers. He's made a guy like Josh Okogie be completely out of the lineup.
Yeah.
He's made guys like Jaden McDaniels seem more expendable.
Yeah. Exactly.
He's made the desire to get a power forward less, necessary, honestly.
Yeah. And now it's just a comparable 2-guard, I'd say, or point guard. I mean, they have Pat Bev, but I'd like to see them get Dylan Brooks would be really cool. Instead, he'd be a really nice fit in there. But we'll see. We'll talk trades next week too. I didn't. That's why I specifically didn't say any trades, but we'll get to that.
Yeah. We'll do a full episode in the trade machine. Just dive into the trade machine, become the trade machine.